it's Dr. Manali from If We're a Family. Today I'm going to be talking about how to eat vegetarian food healthy. You may have a lot of vegetarian friends that you go out to eat with, or vegetarian friends that are throwing events this summer only serving vegetarian food, or even sometimes at South Asian events they only serve vegetarian food. So this is how you can eat vegetarian food and still stay healthy. Now, the number one thing is to make sure you don't get carb overloaded. I was vegetarian for 8 years, and that's what I would end up feeling like happened, is that I would eat too many carbs to be healthy and to lose weight. So the best way to ensure that doesn't happen is to keep 50% of your plate vegetables, and that's pretty much all vegetables or any vegetable except for potatoes and corn. Potatoes and corn tend to be higher in glycemic index, so they're less likely to help you lose weight, but pretty much all other vegetables are a good option. That's because, it's easy to get carb overloaded eating vegetarian food without realizing it, because there are the obvious carbs, bread products, but there's also a lot of protein carbs in beans, lentils, and quinoa, and so you may not realize that you're getting carb overloaded. So that's why it's important to keep your plate 50% vegetables, and that will help keep you from getting carb overloaded. Now, the best option is if you can pick the restaurant, offer to make the reservation. That way you can ensure that there are healthy options for you, but also a lot of good options for your vegetarian friends. Now, here in New York, plant-based food is becoming really big, and there are a lot of good vegan and vegetarian options. So if you have the option where you are too, that's usually the best option to keep everyone happy. If you don't have that option, then a lot of times I find the best option is Asian or Thai type food that would have a lot of good vegetarian options, but also will have healthy options for you too to help you lose weight. Now, if you're going to someone's house or someone's event that they're only serving vegetarian food, you may run into trouble like I do, where sometimes my vegetarian friends have a lot of carb-heavy options without actually having a lot of vegetables. And so if that's the case, you may have to bring the vegetables yourself. And that would be like you just stopping by at Whole Foods and getting your favorite salad or vegetable sides and just say that you brought it, you thought it was cool, or you wanted to try it and you brought it for everyone. That way you can ensure, though, that you get 50% of your meal is actually vegetables, because it's kind of hit or miss. Some vegetarian people are very healthy, and some vegetarian people are not so healthy. So if some of your friends are vegetarians but not so healthy, then you may have to actually bring the vegetables with you. And the last option is if you really think you're not going to be able to eat healthy, and a lot of restaurants are becoming more conscious of having healthy options. But if you really feel like you're going somewhere where there's not going to be any healthy options for you, then you may need to make it a cheat meal. And I usually recommend 3 cheat meals a week or 1 cheat day a week. And as a last resort, if this is happening to you a lot, like you have a lot of events to go to where there's going to be unhealthy food, then you may need to consider actually eating at home first. And then just meeting your friends, at the event afterwards for a drink, but it has to be a non-sugary drink, because if it has sugar in it, then that defeats the purpose of eating healthy. But you can meet your friends for a non-sugary drink or an appetizer afterwards that's healthy, but make sure you get a filling, healthy meal at home, because that way you won't overeat whenever you go to wherever you are if there's no healthy options there for you. Now, hopefully that won't happen too much, because again, I think people are becoming more health conscious, and even people who are having parties and whatever are offering more healthy options. But maybe if you're, this won't be a problem too much for you, but if it is, then you may need to consider eating at home more before you go to the actual event. Because I think especially in the beginning, when you're trying to get into the habit of eating healthy, it's the hardest, because you have to make those healthy eating habits. And once you've made the habit, it actually gets a lot easier. But when you're forming the habits of eating healthy to lose weight, that makes it the hardest. That time is the hardest, I think. And so it's important that you get those habits down. And if you're going to a lot of events where everyone is having unhealthy food, then it's going to be hard for you to make those habits, especially in the beginning. That's all for this week. If you're not already on the email list, you can sign up at ifwereafamily.com and get my free guide, How to Lose Weight Without Cooking or Calorie Counting. For more pictures of what I'm eating, you can follow me on Instagram with Healthy with Dr. Manali. And for more videos, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, Dr. Manali Desai. I'll see you next time.